Alright guys, welcome back to Mid-South Outdoors. Today I'm at John Tully. It is September 1st. It is opening day of dove season. I'm on a 40-acre sunflower field that's owned and operated by the TWRA. There's not many doves on this field at all. Consequently, there's not that many hunters either, so look at it how you will. I'm not at work, so it's all good. I'm gonna sit here and see what I can't shoot. I think they missed. There's one gonna land in the row. Sure did. One landed right over there. Here comes another one right there. Bird is circling back around. That's two doves that just came through here. I didn't get a shot at either one of them. I think they got it. Behind you. There was a dove landed right over there. And that side by side's fixed and jump it up. Let's see where it goes. Yep. Starting to look up, guys. I've got two down. Technically I've got three down, but one of them fell out in the soybeans and it's so thick I can't find it without a dog. So it's looking better than it was. Flying back at them. Nope, here you come. Nope. Oh man, he's gonna land in the field. I blew feathers out of him. Alright guys, well, I only ended up with two, so let's go to the house and cook them up. Alright guys, well obviously it's the next day. I'm about to cook these guys up. I was only able to walk away with 2 of them, which is better than 0, I suppose. So I'm gonna have to throw in a steak just for good measure, because 2 doves, it's just a teaser. If I was cooking these, I would cook about, 8 of them per person, 10 of them per person. So normally you need a whole lot of doves. They're a really good bird to eat, but there's not a whole lot on them. So all I'm going to need is some Worcestershire, some Italian dressing, and some jalapenos. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. Alright guys, so to start off, I'm going to throw my 2 doves in a Ziploc bag. I've got some Italian dressing. Just give that a good squirt. And then I've got some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to throw some of that in there. I'm going to close this up, mix it around a little bit. I'll throw this in the fridge for about an hour, and then when it comes out, I'm going to put a jalapeno on them and wrap them in bacon. Alright guys, it hasn't been quite an hour, but it's been close enough. And I'm ready to get this party started. So, first tip is always buy the thin bacon. The thinner bacon works better, I think, for this, but you want to coat your bird in some jalapeno, and then you're just going to wrap that bacon and try to cover as much of it as you can. Real simple stuff. Poke it with a toothpick, you're ready to go. We're going to do it a second time. So, cover it in jalapenos, wrap it in bacon, stab it with a toothpick, and that's all she wrote. Let's throw it on the grill. Alright guys, I cranked the heat up just to kind of clean the grates. Now I'm going to turn my heat way down. And again, since I only got 2 birds, I'm going to compensate with a little steak. Who doesn't like a good ribeye? Alright guys, while those birds are on the grill, let's talk about the hunt a little bit. Now, I've been to John Tully a handful of times in the past. It's been a couple years since I've been out there. And normally when I pull up in the parking lot, I'm late because the season opens at noon. I'm not getting out there at noon and then sitting there till dark. So I usually get there late, and when I get there late, I usually have to wait to get on the field because there's so many people. When I showed up yesterday, there were 5 trucks. Very, very few people for a 40-acre sunflower field. So when I got there, the game warden was right there. You got to walk past him and talk to him before you go onto the field. He said, go on down there, there's plenty of room, but there's not many birds. And I was like, well, that kind of set the stage. But anyways, I got down there. I had already driven out there, so I was going to hunt anyways. I got down there, heard a couple people shoot. I sat down, and it was probably every 30 to 45 minutes, 1 to like 3 or 4 birds would fly across the field, and everybody would get a shot at them. Most people were missing because they weren't paying attention good enough because the birds were so infrequent. Most people on the field left with nothing, or maybe 1 or 2. There was one group of guys that had a pretty good sized group of guys. They left with a few more, but they had 3 or 4 guys. I don't remember how many they had. 3 or 4 guys in their group. Everybody else left with, I saw several people leave with nothing. I saw a couple of guys that were hunting next to me left with 1. And then a couple of other guys on another corner left with 1 or 2. So there really wasn't a whole lot of birds that were taken. So I felt fortunate enough to get my 2. And the TWA did a great job on the field. So I don't think it was the field being prepped incorrectly. The field looked amazing. I think the birds just aren't here yet. I think it's been so hot, the birds haven't started migrating. I just don't think there was enough birds locally to have supplied enough birds for anybody to shoot a limit. So I'm happy with my 2. I may go back later in the year if the birds ever start to make it. We'll see. You guys have a good one. Steak's ready. I'm gonna leave them birds on just the next couple of minutes. Boom. I wish I had more than 2, but when you dove hunt public land, this is what you end up with. So I'm gonna make do with 2 birds and eat this steak. You guys have a good one.